Hello and welcome back to Day of Today Gaming. I'm Kat, and today it's going to be a Cat's Corner. So I've officially named this Painting Sunday because when I am here on Sunday, I always seem to paint because it's fun and it's like the easiest thing I can do on a stream that I enjoy a lot. So yeah. So I'm painting these specific characters. These are from the Changes Constant TMNT Adventures game. I'm specifically painting these characters because my dad and I are hoping that this Turtle Tuesday we are going to go back and try to fight Baxter Stockman with the 4 turtles. And since it's Baxter Stockman, we thought we should get prepared with some little itty bitty mouses. That's what these little tiny things are. You put like 3 of them together to make the height of like a normal figure. And there are tons of these, so I'm just going to paint 5 since the things are so tiny. And I got the Mega Mouser out. I have no clue if I'm actually going to get to the Mega Mouser, because I'm mainly working on the Bitty Mousers, Baxter, and the Turtles. But if I have time, I'm going to do this gigantic thing. It looks like it's going to chomp my finger. So, for now, it's going to be set aside. And since I'm not going to start with the villains, I'm going to start with the turtles. So let's see, my favorite turtle is Leonardo, so we're starting with you first. I'm gonna need some black. Always need a bit of black. Well, it would help if I shake the thing first. Let's start. Well, shooting this turtle doesn't seem to be going too bad quite yet. Anyways, he's going to be painted like almost entirely green when we're done. Because, oh wait, he's a turtle, duh. He's got green skin. Well, at least in his case. He's got green skin. All the turtles look so grumpy for these figures, for some reason. Though I do know they're mutated turtles that live in the sewers, so maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? Lots of little tiny turtles. There we go. There we go. Oh, there we have Leonardo's all painted black. And so are my fingers already. Wow, that was fast. Normally it takes me a lot longer to get my hands stained. Now that we're done with Leonardo, let's see which turtle. Any suggestions on which turtle I should paint next? It's okay if nobody has any suggestions, because I know that happens. But I'm thinking Donatello. There we go. And make sure none of the base paint clogs up the pores in the figures so that base paint can't get in. I mean, so that shade paint doesn't have somewhere to sit. Well, there we go. A bit more black and he'll be all done. There we go. Now just need to get the front part of his legs and part of the back. A bit more and Donatello will be all done. So we get his palms and the area next to his neck and the inside of his feet. And there we go, Donatello's all done. So let's see, Michelangelo or Raphael? I think we're gonna have to go with Raphael. There we go. So listen to the song of the listen to his poetry. Well, there are lots of different things. Oops, I'm talking to myself. Anybody who's watching, please ignore that. I have a habit of talking to myself when I'm painting. There's nobody else around really to talk to, since I don't get a lot of chatters while I paint. Besides a couple here and there. But that's fine if I don't get many chatters. I just talk to who will talk to me. Talking's a lot easier when you think no one's there. Except I know a ton of you are there, it's just I don't really care. Because I've got a very unusual childhood that kind of ignores the laws of stranger danger. Because I grew up in a bed and breakfast. So that meant I showed around guests, pointed them where to go, as a little wee child. Stranger danger was not my top priority. The other fun thing was that most of the time you'd see them maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times, and then you never see them again. Also the reason why I made friends very easily but had a hard time of keeping them. You gain friends very easily, especially when you have to make friends in less than an hour, and then they leave you a day or 2 later. So I don't get attached very much to anything, except if they've been around for a very long period of time in my life. But oh well. Romances are different, though. At least I'm somewhat attached to them. That's because my only true boyfriends or girlfriends weren't total douches and didn't dump me in less than a week. Well, at least not all of them. Some came later. And you guys probably don't want to be listening to me talking because you're trying to watch me paint things, but I am sorry, I have nothing better to do with my life currently. Unless we're playing video games, but I'm not currently. I'm streaming. Let's see. Leonardo is not dry yet. How long does it take these little things to dry? I gotta say, these turtles seem so they look so angry. Like they got some grudge. There we go. There we go. Got little tiny turtle feet with 2 toes. Now up the leg, 2 knee pads, past the thighs, and turn away to the shell, but we're going to skip right to the arms. My family seems to be enjoying time away from me. Or maybe just enjoying time in general. Oh well, I'm having a ton of fun painting. It's not too bad for them. There we go. Now to the shell. Shell is a bit more detailed than the other ones. The other ones just like have hexagonal pattern. This one has hexagonal pattern with little, even tinier hexagons in it. It's a bit more detailed than the other shells. Now I'll have to get the area between the legs, part of the hand that I missed, then on to the skateboard. Let's clean up my brush because I've got a bit too much black paint on it. Back up the skateboard. Not missing a single wheel. Which is funny. This figure is definitely not stable compared to some of the other ones, just because of the way it stands. Michelangelo's figure, one, is half hanging off of its base, and two, its only touching point to its actual base is a skateboard that Michelangelo is doing a trick off of, so it just does not stand very well. Well, it stands perfectly fine, but it's easily breakable and easy to knock over. There we go. And since I've base coated all of my turtles, we'll just set you guys aside and see if Leonardo's dry. How the fudge are you not dry yet? I'm pretty sure Raphael is dry, which is sad because I painted him later. Okay, never mind. Raphael definitely was not. Who the fudge did I pick up? Well, apparently I missed a large quantity of black paint, and somebody now got black paint all over my hands. Yay, black paint is all over my hands now. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't show you guys what I was doing exactly, so So first of all, we're doing all the main turtles. Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo. He looks so scowly. Scowling at everything. And for our villain of the day, we've got Baxter Stockman, his mousers, and maybe, if I have time, the Mega Mouser. It's this huge robot. Huge. Okay, grabbing Leonardo out. Well, first and foremost, you've got bandages winding up and down your arms. And it looks like you're supposed to have padding on both of your arms, but it's not actually there. So I'll probably just color that bandage color. And then you've got brown pouches around your back, holding the scabbards for your swords, and a sash across the front part of your chest. Then obviously, some little minor details like your sword, stuff like that. Okay. Well, first to start off, we should probably paint you green. Since green seems to be the best turn phrase. We'll start with your head. Just entirely painting your head green. Because I can just paint over your mask later. Considering like the only parts that's green in your arm is about up into your shoulder where the bandages start, so... Then for your legs, it looks like the upper part of your thigh before it reached bandages. Then it looks like there's a midway point on your ankles too. Between the knee bandages and your foot bandages. Which truthfully, overall, is not a lot of paint that's actually green on you. Though I'm gonna have to overpaint like a ton of stuff I just painted because I just painted a bunch of stuff that's not supposed to be green, so whatever. Like I said earlier, we'll be repainting you. Now move on to Donatello since you're the next person who needs a bit of green paint. Woo! Apparently I'm gonna drop brushes all over me. So first to start off, the almost entirety of your head. Shall be painted green. more careful while painting Donatello, so they don't have to repaint as much when I get to him. We're just going to paint the entirety of your arm down to your arm guards, and then just repaint the one in your elbow. Then for you, your fingers are actually showing, so I need to paint little tiny fingers. Same thing as your other arm. But so far, it's looking quite nice, I'd say. With a few exceptions here and there. On this hand, you can barely see the shoulder. The elbow. Truthfully, I don't see much elbow padding on these characters. Oh, there it is. Just a lot more hidden on one arm. Now you paint his little tiny fingers. A large area of your thighs. Pretty much has them up until his knee pads come into play. I guess we went a little past them on one leg. See another area of green right below the knee pads. There we go. That's probably all for Donatello. Let's clean up my brush just a little bit. And go on to Michelangelo. Starting with the head. His overly large head. His is overly large because of his funny ego. Or just the fact of how funny he thinks he is. There we go. Obviously his hands. seems very light bandages covering his fingers. Area of his thighs. One of which is going to be really easy to get to. The other one is going to be super hard. Yay. Isn't that fun when there's a spot on one of your miniature fingers that's really hard for you to reach with a straight brush? So part of the front's easy. Some of the side is easy. Then you just got this little area between the leg and the arm that connects with the skateboard that just does not want to be painted. But now it is. There's a small area below the knee pads. There we go. I have the seams for the other leg, but it's very hard to see. Ah, it's that little area. I'll just have to repaint part of that, but that's fine. And then he's got little toes that are showing. Didn't think about what their toes and the base of their feet should be showing. I'll fix them in the other ones. There we go. Now it's at least a better proper grain. But while I'm here, we're going to fix Donatello's toes. And Leonardo's hands and toes, since I messed up part on his hands. Okay. Last one up is Raphael. Just need to get my brush all cleaned up once again. He's probably got the most skin showing because for the most part, Raphael does not wear armor. It's a little crazy, but he does not for the most part wear armor. Though apparently he is in this picture, so. Though I'm not surprised, considering common aspects about the turtles, like their armbands and such, were kind of kept like the same for most of the turtles. So like occasionally if there's an elbow pad it's missing. Characters that aren't supposed to have it. There we go, getting all the little nooks and crannies. Oh, for that one, his legs are different from the other turtles, but it doesn't seem right compared to his picture. He doesn't have knee pads, which makes sense. He has bandages there, but they don't even show those. So the figurines in general, based on like their pictures, are definitely different. There we go. And there's all the green that Raphael needs. I think we're all done with black for now, and all done with green. What's the next color I should get done with potatoes? Based on this, I think I probably should get all their belts and stuff done. Everything that houses their weapons, and probably need to get their weapons done at some point. But like, their elbow pads, their belts, and the sashes across their chest are all the same color, and I probably should paint those next because they seem like the easiest thing to paint. Not that, I need something a little dustier. This'll do. Or maybe something a bit lighter. This paint I haven't used in a while. But I think it's a good color for what I'm planning to do. Where is Leonardo? So for Leonardo, he's got a belt. Across his torso. So far these look almost exactly like the evil turtles I painted. Except this guy's have belts. I'm probably going to say the holsters of his swords are probably going to be the same color because I'm not going to even try to find a separate color to make them. And then we need the belt to strung across his chest. What about there? He's supposed to have armbands, but he... Well... He certainly doesn't have knee pads. It doesn't look like he has armbands, so I'm probably just going to paint those to look like bandages. So for that part, I think you're done. Donatello has a very similar setup to Leonardo, except his belt's a little bit thinner and also harder to get to. Because there's a bow staff in my way. Okay. She did a pretty good job grabbing it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just a little tad bit of paint. Can go a very long way. There we go. And Tony's knee pads are actually the same color as his belts and stuff. If I end up not liking this brown, I might make it the same color as his bow staff. And I'm probably going to say his wrappings are probably the same color. I truly cannot see the elbow pads, so I'm not going to paint any. So I'm probably just going to leave it as that for Donnie. And then we have Michelangelo. Michelangelo probably is going to be a lot easier because, well, yeah, he has knee pads, but his belt one is wide open. So a lot easier to access. And paint. Too, his knee pads are an easier area to access and paint. And he has knee pad and elbow pads that I'm not sure if I'm actually going to paint or just give him bandages. There we go. Now to the other elbow pad. Okay, and then a knee pad. There we go. That's another belt. One more for Raphael. And then we can paint another aspect. Probably go with their weapons next, since I'm going to need that part to dry for most of them. There really isn't much on Raphael, I don't think. Yeah, Raphael has a belt, and that is the only thing I actually have to paint for him, which is surprising. So, next we're going to do something for the weapons. So, probably the easiest way to get the silver to come through on them would probably be to paint the weapons white first. And then darken them from there into the silvery color I need. Especially since their weapons are very white, silvery white. So it might just be easier if I paint them the white color first. And since I haven't tried this before, well, it's experimentation time. Gotta see what works and what doesn't. There we go. Very, very white swords. Yeah. Though, funny enough, they actually kind of look silvery in the camera. At least from my angle, when I look through the camera. It's maybe because of the location, though. There's that. And typically the armbands are like a white color, but I'm going to paint them all gray. Like a very pale gray. I think that'll work out better. Donatello's doesn't need to be painted white, so skipping over that. Michelangelo's, on the other hand, do need some white aspects. It's like, for one, the strings. Normally for nunchucks, there are either string, and in his case, his picture makes them very white looking, or silver in color, or chains in most other series. Like the evil one makes it definitely seem like it's chains. Since this is like the very classic turtles they made, where change is constant, it's not very surprising. Anyways, I think the wheels in his skateboard are also going to be needed to be painted white because they're going to be silver in color. I'm probably going to paint his skateboard the iconic orange that a Michelangelo should have it. Because it's so just Michelangelo's color. There we go. And then on to Raphael. Let's see. How much white will it take to cover a side? Apparently not a whole lot. Then let's see. I think it's an all white except Donnie, so I probably should get Donnie fixed up real quick. Got a nice dark brown. Close it light. Because Donnie's staff should be a nice dark, rich brown. Okay. Now that that's finished. The second these size weapons are dry enough, I can add the second layer of paint there. But since they're not going to be for a little while, I think the next best thing is to grab my light gray that I'm planning to use for the bandages and get those started. Starting with Leonardo. Start around his elbow for him. Block out any other paint that might have run on this part of the arm. Make sure not to cover the area where the fingers are supposed to go. very careful to touch the area, only the areas you want to be painted. There we go. The back side of the knee. Now the other leg. There we go. Well, the gray kind of looks better than the white probably would, because then they'd have a lot of white on them, considering the bandages actually cover a lot more area on the figurines than they actually do. Since I just painted his sword, we'll do him last. Do Michelangelo next. This Michelangelo had both gray and brown armor, if you want to call it that. So it's a little bit easier to spread the paint. So get the paint to not look so strange. Also doesn't help that there are parts of the turtles that aren't done yet, so it's making that look a little weird too. Like for one instance, their shell is still black and has no color. So I need to find a color for that actually. And the fact, well, the front of their shell, well, their shell in general isn't colored, and they don't have any of their iconic colors yet. Which kind of makes them look like the evil turtles, considering the evil turtles kind of didn't have like any of the basic look-likes of a turtle, except for the shell. Here we go. I think that's all the gray armor accents on him. Raphael. It's mainly just the ones on his arms. And the ones on his feet. There we go. And since Donnie's probably dry now, we'll get his bandages all painted too. Let's see. There we go. Very nice. Okay. A little bit more for the other foot in gray. Then the bandages will all be done. There we go. What to do about the shells? Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with their shells. Let's see if I can find a good picture in one of these books. So, a pale brown. This will be one of the moments where I really wish I had Slash out so that I could try to recreate what I did to his show. So it was very brownish green color. Okay, I can create this. Because I gotta say, you just have to love palettes. Then I need a brownish color. We'll go with something pale. It's close enough to their shell color. Now the problem is getting on most of their shells. Because you got shells that are nice, wide, and open. And then you got shells like Leonardo's that have thing on his back. Like sheaths. Here we go for one. This Donatello's. There we go for Donatello. We're going to get a detail brush out instead of my base brush. First, close this up. Then we'll get little Leonardo out here. Getting the little tiny details here and here. A little bit right here. Wow, Leonardo, you have to have so much on your back. There we go. I guess we should make this the underarm color too, because I don't want to have to make another color. So we'll just do this for the underarm color. Considering we've also got a lot of extra of it. That'll do. And then we need Michelangelo. There we go. Now that we got the shells all situated, at least on the front side, we can work on other concepts of their shell. Right after I clean up a little bit of a mess I made. Water spill, water spill. Okay, there we go. Next, well, I'm gonna get out my silver so then I can start treating the weapons in a silver color. So their color will start becoming what I want it to. Okay, well, I definitely need the darker silver, because this silver ain't gonna cut it. That's if we're doing a darker color. I want to make it paler. So possibly this one will still get the silver color I want. Well, so far this is a failure of an experiment. Probably should have just done this on one of them and not all three of my characters. So we're going to get the really, really dark base silver. And treat this into a darker color. And then we'll lighter silver it. Or maybe just don't put as much on. And I'll layer the way I want it to. We'll try it. Or just do something else instead. We're going to paint these light gray like the bandages. Since it's a lot thicker of a paint, and it doesn't have as big of a chance of becoming overly liquidy like that did. But do that to Leonardo's swords. Try that first. I need a new paper towel because mine is entirely soaked. Oh, I didn't realize I hit the hour-long mark a while ago. And know what? I haven't even started Baxter Stockman. I'm just still on the turtles. That's because they have so many details that I kind of have to do individually, and the way they're standing doesn't help either sometimes. Okay. Well, I'm trying different techniques for all three of them. Except Donatello, so we're gonna finish up Donatello real quick. Okay, so they've got a weird yellowish green, I guess you could say, plate to the front of their chests. Except I really don't want to paint it yellow because yellow is a very ugly color. So we're going to do a mostly yellow color. And add some green hints. That should do. This might be a little bit of a liquidy formula. And it's a little too thick at the same time for that shell, so we're going to start off with Michelangelo's, even if his is still drying. So I have a better chance with his shell. Success. On this, it didn't go bleeding straight through like I kind of worried it would. And it definitely looks like the right color. We'll do Raphael's next because he's got an open chest and I don't have to switch to my detail brush yet. Now, on the other hand, I have to switch to my detail brush. Because that brush is just too thick for the tiny areas I have to go into now. So we'll get Donatello done. And go with that. And we have Leonardo. Done, he forgot the area between his legs. Now, this picture I made is very liquidy at the same time, very thick, and actually is pretty useful. Now, since I finished that, we're going to try to fix their weaponry. Let's see. His swords are all coming up now. So, I painted this gray now to see if I could use some dry to make it look metallic. There we go. Metallic in color. Not so badly off. That looks much better. Definitely painting it in gray first worked. Than I thought it probably would. Too bad now I've got to repaint. Raft size. Let's get the size back over here and paint them gray. Okay. And now that I've got mostly everything situated, we're going to get their iconic colors out for each turtle. So since my case does not come with your, well, normal turtle colors entirely, because like, first thing I have Leonardo is this really dark blue, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use the paler blue that I bought a while back. Well, it's still like a deep, it's more of a royal blue, which is kind of what Leonardo is. Red is obviously going to be Raphael's color. So my case does not normally come with orange, but I do happen to have an overly, and I do mean overly, bright orange, just for the occasion. So we've got one for Raph, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and my case also does not come with a normal purple. So I have this, but I'm probably going to have to do, before it, I'm going to have to probably paint it a darker, one of these two darker tones, because this purple does not go on well onto the gray base. Well, I should say it doesn't cover up the paint spots either, so. But anyways, I think I'll start off with a deeper purple for him. Then we'll go on from there. So first I'm going to start with Michelangelo, because I haven't done anything with him in a little while. He'll probably be easier than some of my other figures, so let's get out our purple. I'll get out our orange, I mean. So for him, it's mainly just the handle of his weapon. I'm planning to paint his skateboard, but I think I'm going to have to paint that a darker orange first. The same may have to be said about his mask, actually. So we're going to actually close my really pale electric orange and grab my paler orange out first. Well, my base color, closest thing I have to a base color of orange out first. Because his strings were originally paste painted black. Kind of got some paint stain on them too, and I don't know how well I'll be covered up by a layer paint. I know it doesn't work very well usually, so. And I also kind of wanted to paint his entire skateboard orange, so. This paler orange might just be what the skateboard color might just stay. Because I don't know if I really want to repaint the skateboard in more electric color. I don't mind doing that with like other pieces, but this is a skateboard. I don't think it would ultimately match his mask, so. See if I can be delicate enough to paint where his mask is supposed to go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now the base for orange sets. Set him aside. And Raphael, we're going to work on you because your color is a base color, so it doesn't need nearly as many layers. Or actually, sometimes it doesn't need any layers at all because yours just goes on so nicely. So for Raphael, it's mainly just, again, the handle of his weapon. To say, these are mine. So I cover them in red ribbon to match my mask for some reason. There we go. Well, he definitely looks much more like Raphael right now. To the side. And I think I'm done with the red for a few minutes, actually. Since that was his last thing before his... Oh wait, I still have to do his shading, that's why I hadn't done it. We'll just set that color aside for now. Michelangelo is not dry yet, so we'll grab Leonardo's. And his pretty royal blue I picked out just for him. So first of all, the handles. First of all, we're going to need the back strands of the mask painted. And the knots. Okay, now trying to do the slim area of the mask. And there we go with Leonardo. Now time for Donatello, who needs to be painted much darker purple than I. Well, actually, this purple might work very well. I won't be fully sure until I put it on him. Actually, this purple is very pretty. Much better. And, well, it's not shown, but there's normally like a band of something between on Donatello's weapons. We're in a paint area here, purple, where the band would normally go because I kind of want it to be purple. All of the turtles get made it so that their weapons have their colors. Donatello didn't, so I'm going to make it that way. Because that's how I feel. And then fixing Michelangelo's after I stop dropping all my brushes into my lap. I'm gonna grab my much brighter orange. And give it just a little bit of a layer. Because I see Michelangelo as a much more vibrant person. And I don't see him wearing dull colors. Like ever. There we go. Much better for Michelangelo. Technically, I need all of you to dry first before I can shade any of you. So, process of shading has begun. Now, I guess I'm going to move on to a new person, such as Baxter Stockman. Now, normally, I'm going to probably stain you entirely black first, because it makes the most sense. Though I'm going right back over you in white. So, I'm going to be very selective on where I paint you black. Because I kind of don't want to get any part of your lab coat painted black. Because again, I just have to repaint it entirely white afterwards. So, it's kind of like, why am I doing that to myself? Just paint the head, the hands, the upper torso, and all of the legs black. And then just paint the coat white. So there's not 2 layers of paint. Well, this is looking out to be very nice, I have to say. As long as I avoid the lab coat. Because I really don't want to have to repaint something white if it's already gray. Just want to have to do one layer. A little bit more and then I'll be done base painting in black, and I'll just have to get the horrible, horrible white out. There we go. Oh, bless me. Well, actually, I'm gonna need that blackout later for when I get to his, like, hair. And if I mess up his shoes, so we're just gonna leave it there. And I guess we're gonna see how a mouser looks. Okay, a mouser is pretty much entirely silver. So the sad thing is I kind of don't want to paint them entirely black, because then I'm just going to be putting layers and layers of silver paint on them. So we're going to experiment. I've got 5 mousers, so we're going to definitely experiment. We're going to see what happens if I just put... I'm just going to have to do more than this probably, but... yeah, because all that did was nothing, so... adding no color. Okay, I'm going to have to base paint all of them black. Great. It help if I actually used a base brush instead of using my detail brush. I'm definitely going to need my detail brush later because these things are tiny. Also, I need some more black paint. You're so freaking tiny. Wow, these are so itty and bitty. They're so tiny, it's funny. I guess I'll paint all of these mousers for black now, with black now. Because I kind of don't know any other way to start transforming them silver without painting them black, because painting them white just kind of means that I'm going to paint them a darker color and it doesn't look quite right. I think trying to go black and then transfer it lighter was easier, so... okay, we'll do 2 mousers to begin with. Mainly do the fact that I think Baxter's dry. No, he isn't. Never mind. We'll continue with mouses. Little itty bitty mousers, why are you so difficult to paint? You're so itty and bitty, it's funny. Let's see. Whoop. Getting black paint to myself. Little itty bitty mousers, cute little mousers, eat through metal and hunt little turtles that are hiding in stores. Well, this base just like got entirely turned black. Probably these figures trying to get between their legs since their legs are so tiny. Just like painting the entire base black. That's fine. At least all my little bitty mousers should be all painted. There we go. Let's check on Baxter Stockman. Oh look, he's finally dry. So where's the horribleness of paint that is called white? Or paint that just not mix. There we go. Here's gonna be the tricky one. Not touching the black that's between his legs while I paint part of it white. You know what? I've already failed. That's fine. It's decently white. Okay. Now, since most of the other aspects of Baxter Stockman don't pertain to his white lab coat, we're gonna get other parts of Baxter Stockman done. Like the boot of his pants. Okay, so next part is supposed to be like a teal, and his tie is supposed to be blue to match almost the same color as pants. So we're gonna get his tie done while I'm at it. I must say it's pretty sad that his tie matches his pants. We're gonna get a brown for his skin tone. The color I used for wood is actually not the right color for his picture. There we go. There we go. We'll get his black hair finished in a second. I need a teal color. We'll use this pale blue I have. Well, it's actually an overly bright and vibrant blue, but I don't own teal, so. This next best color. Now, Baxter Stockman is almost done. Because there isn't much to Baxter Stockman, surprisingly enough. Now we're going to get some of my very first mouser. It looks to be almost dry. I'm only going to grab a silvery silver. Actually, first we're going to grab... I don't want the base silver, I want the darker layer silver I have. To start getting it to turn paler. Let's see if this will work. Well, that one tries for the head. We're going to get the paler silver out. And try to transform it that way. So far, it looks like the paler silver is going to win. Because it's already transforming the color. Well, that's actually looking a lot better than I thought it was. Doesn't look like much yet. It's definitely gonna need a couple more layers of silver paint. Before you actually start seeing it go silver. But I think for tonight, I'm just going to finish Baxter Stockman and then stop. Because, one, I'm covered in a ton of paint. Two, I'm having a very hard time concentrating on the task at hand. And three, my fingers are starting to ache. Been moving around little itty bitty tiny figures in my hand. And here you have Baxter Stockman. And mousers that aren't finished, but they're going to take me a very long time to paint. Because I'm just going to be having to put layers upon layers of silver paint on them until they become the right color, because this right here so far is better than the black ones I have, but they're not enough. It definitely is not pale enough to classify as the very pale metallicness of a mouser. But I think since I'm about to hit the 2-hour mark and I'm tired, my hands are painted, and my fingers are aching from moving around with little tiny figures, I'm going to call it quits tonight. So, this is Day After Day Gaming. I'm Kat. This is Kat's Corner. It was Painting Sunday today. And keep on gaming day after day, because like I said, this is Day After Day Gaming. I'm Kat. I've had a great time with everybody who's watching. I hope everybody who's watching enjoyed this. I can't think of the words to describe it. That's how blank my mind is going right now. But if you are watching this live or after the fact, please give us a follow or a subscription, or because I don't know if you're, or subscribe, because I don't know if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, because we have both of those whenever my dad puts it up on YouTube. But I hope everybody enjoyed. We've got 4 turtles done for today. and the Baxter Stockman already done, and working on some mousers, and maybe a Mega Mouser in the future. I might do another stream of this tomorrow just to get some mousers done before Turtle Tuesday. But if I don't, you at least have painted turtles. So, like I said, this is Day After Day Gaming. I'm Kat. Keep on gaming day after day, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your night.